By 2030, we need to stop the continuous increase in global temperature. This is the warning of some experts and climate scientists. If this will not be achieved, we will not be able to stop the irreversible effect of climate change. But it's already 2022. What will happen if we fail to meet the deadline in 8 years? This is the 2020 Global Mean Temperature Map, according to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration or NASA. Way back in 1880, this is how our temperature map looked like. This is the goal of 2030 deadline set by the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. It is to maintain the global temperature average under 1.5 degrees Celsius. This can be done by eliminating carbon emission, according to the expert. Countries that provide the most carbon dioxide emissions such as China, United States, India, Russia should be the first to decrease their emissions so that the plan will be more effective. US President says that America is back in the fight against climate change. The US rejoined the Paris Agreement. This is the agreement that binds 195 countries to reduce their carbon emissions by 50% to the lower global temperature. This agreement was not supported by the administration of former President Donald Trump. This time, President Biden is committed to reducing the United States the greenhouse gas emission before 2030. China also committed to reduce their coal consumption. However, these are not the only things big countries can do. With this, we can maintain the natural state of the Earth. It doesn't mean that the Earth will not explode due to extreme heat. If we fail to achieve the goal by 2030, however, there could be irreversible damage to our planet. According to the scientists, climate change will result in calamities, in events that we won't be able to solve anymore. Extreme weather means extreme damage, just like this wildfire crisis, hailstorm in Texas, United States, 4 months of flood in China, which killed almost 300 people and destroyed up to 1 million houses, in the melting of glaciers in West Antarctica. How would this impact the Philippines? According to the German Watch Global Climate Risk Index, on 2021, the Philippines ranks 4 in the top countries severely impacted by the extreme weather event due to the climate change from 2000 to 2019. If climate change will be continued by 2030, we can expect worse scenario than these figures. Just last year, the Philippines was crippled by the multiple super typhoons. This is the reason why the action plan of the Philippines Climate Change Commission is focused on readiness and adaptation. The goal of the Philippines by 2028 is to keep up with the impact to climate change in different communities. Among the key priorities of the Philippines is to support climate-smart industries and suitable energy. These are also to the priorities of the United Nations in 2030 deadline. To achieve this need also to act according to our commitment. People should reduce the use of things that result to high levels of carbon dioxide emissions. If possible, completely stop the use of carbon-reliant energy such as fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas containing the high carbon intensity. That is why there is a need for alternative energy sources such as solar power, wind, and hydro-powered energies. If we achieve this by 2030, there will be 45% decrease in carbon emission. This means that global warming will reduce as well. By 2040, we'll expect that the global temperature will be cooler. This is not yet the end for us because remember, the biggest change that our planet needs is in our hands. This is Curve Angela TV for Global Climate Change.